Hi Divas. I have some new tools that I'd like to test for you. Now this will not be a battle between the waxes or putties or glue dots or anything. That's for another video. This is basically going to be about the tools themselves. So to make all things being equal, I'm just going to use for the most part, the basic pink wax that comes in your... I kept telling, my husband said, oh, these look cool. And I'm like, who diamond paints in the dark? I don't know. Trays. Now I keep it in these little tin containers. You can get them from AliExpress or Temu or a bunch of different places like that. And basically when I take them out, I put a few of them in here just so that they stay nice and moist. Okay, so I'm just going to be using your basic pink wax. Now, to start out with, some of us have trouble seeing the little symbols. I'm going to pull this back, and right now I am working on a Diamond Painting Factory painting, which is a budget painting. I am using the round drills, and it is a 70 by 50. It's a girl on a peacock, riding a peacock, flying through the air. I'm going to pull this back so that you don't get all the glare going on here. Okay, so I want to show you, I've done some of it. Diamond Painting Factory had some quote-unquote diamonds that I am trying to use in this as well, so this is part of the problem. They are little clear pieces of plastic, basically. They're really lightweight. They're flyaway. They're slightly bigger than your normal normal drill. So they have a little bit of a problem going in a row amongst the other round drills. But that being what it is, I still like to hear the snap when I snap the drills in. These drills are really also see-through for the most part, transparent, and I can see the little white letter J underneath some of them, which bothers me to some sort, but you know, you can't really see them in the long run. But that's not why we're here today. We're here about new tools. So sometimes we have trouble seeing the symbol here. Now, I do not have a light pad underneath here. Normally, I would have a light pad underneath here because I do enjoy using a light pad. Now, let's see the pop down. A couple ways that I've seen that to try to help ease that is I found this little thing, and I didn't write down where I got all of these little goodies, but I will, as I find them, I will put them in the description box below, so that you can see them. This is a little magnifying glass that you hook onto a pen. Now, obviously, these cheapo pens will not fit. So what I have here is a contoured pen. I like the short ones. This pen is from Jim's Handmade Pen Shop. It is a short one, and it will clip over that very nicely, and it fits in my hand very nicely. Let me see if it's going to work to find, can I see, how do I do that? How do I look to see where I'm drilling? How do I do that? Okay, so basically you have this pointed towards you. Maybe you can't see it with my hand in the way. You'll have this pointed towards you, and you will be looking at the drill, at your drill pen. Let me put some, you see where I'm going with this? Let me put some drills in here. I'll just go with the number ones since they're right in front of me. Oop, there's a letter S that's out of joint here. I'll put the letter S in because they're out of joint there. Here we go. I don't want to miss any. I do have some extra diamond trays too that I want to show you. Some new diamond trays. Okay, so I have this pointed so I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to pick up a drill. I can see the drill here. You can, I'm pointing it so that I can see the tip of the drill, the pen here. So I can see what I'm picking up. If you can see what you're picking up, you're going to be able to see putting it down. And now I'm looking for the S that was missing to replace it. And now, of course, that I want it, I can't find it. It stuck out like a sore thumb a minute ago. Here it is. All right, so I'm going to, I am right-handed, so this is going to be a little difficult. I'm going to try to do this left-handed. And I can definitely see where I'm putting it. Let me try to do some left-handed so I can show you. Okay, I can easily see where the drills go, and I can easily see where I'm picking up a drill. This is pretty cool. If you get a little seasick, though, trying to look back and forth, seeing the contents speeding away behind you here, as you move it. You have to move it very slow not to get nauseous, I think. But it's working out pretty well. I've never used it before. These are the first time I'm using some of these tools so that I can give you a decent review of what they do. That's not too bad. That is not too bad. I would use this. Honestly, I would use this. Not too bad. Yeah, cool. Very neat. All right, well that's one way to do that. And if I was working on a small diamond painting and I had a lot of confetti and I really wanted to make sure I got it on there, or even if I was doing specials and I wanted to make sure I got the whole letter, number, whatever, the symbol covered by the drill, I would definitely use this, because sometimes when you're doing specials, it's difficult to get them nailed right on the spot. So that's pretty cool. I like that. It's simple. It's easy to use. If you have a custom pen that it works on, super easy and very adjustable, as you can see here. You can adjust it this way and this way, so whatever length that if you have a longer pen, I'm sure it would work even better, because it would be down toward the end of your pen and you'd be up here gripping it. So I think that would be a really good compromise here. I'm trying to get you right in the center here without me. All right, another way to help yourself see what you're doing without a light pad is, of course, I found these. These are fantastic. It is a large magnifying glass and it has a light. It has a light on it. I'm not going to shine that up to you. This is a really heavily magnified area, and this is a generally magnified area, and it shines the light right on where you're going to be. So, working with the same, working with the same letter, I can see both the tray and the drill field at the same time, and easily get them into the right place. Now again, if you're doing specials, if you have just a little bit of a darkened area, like say even if you're in an airplane and you don't want to wake up your partner with a bright light shining in their face, this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect, and it's got a big enough of a viewing field here that, yeah, big enough of a viewing field that it's easy for you to see. Here, I'm sorry, I'm bouncing it around here. Okay. I'm going to pull this even closer to me so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to move you closer. It takes 3 AAA batteries. Three AAA batteries. Now, let me see. There we go. So can you see? Oh, I could probably get you in just a little bit further when I'm doing this, huh? Get in there. And the magnifying glass helps greatly when you go over it to see if there's any pop-ups. When I'm doing these strange drills, sometimes they squeeze each other and something will pop up here and there. It's not quite seated in there. This is a great way to go over your canvas, and sometimes if you're looking for a stray hair, if you're looking for an out-of-place drill, a little piece of wax that escaped and squeezed in between things. Yeah, there's a drill that didn't seat well. It popped in, see? It comes in handy for examining your canvas for many reasons. You feel like a detective. Sometimes the drills go in upside down, and that does not work. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing all kinds of things through the magnifying glass. I love it. I use this all the time. Oh, there's another S that I missed earlier. And I'm not even getting that in the... All right, so that is another way. Another way to go to see what you're doing is a lighted pen. Now, I kept telling, my husband said, oh, these look cool. And I'm like, who diamond paints in the dark? I don't know. But this one has a special light on the end of the pen, as you can see. And it's supposed to help you visualize, well, it would help if I put some wax on the end of the pen too, wouldn't it? It would help you visualize where you are, putting your drills down. Now this lighted pen is from Diamond Dots. Let me see if I got it in right. I can't do that while I'm looking at it here. I think I got enough wax. First time in here. Here we go. All right. So this lighted pen is from Diamond Dots, as you can see. And I'm going to try using it to continue finding the S's in here. And there is a... Okay, so I haven't looked inside here as to what kind of batteries or whatever it uses. And it's very ergonomic. It's a thick pen. It is nice and comfortable in my hand. It feels like I can use it for hours and not have any problems. It really is nice. It does not magnify the area, so if you don't know where you're going, you're still not going to be able to see it. But it is a big help. Let me move this over. I take that back about not needing a light on the end of the diamond painting pen. You know what? That's not bad at all. That is not bad at all. Of course, it is a single placer. If you multi-place, that you'll have to get a lighted pen that can multi-place as well. But Yeah, I like it. I like it. It's saving some wear and tear on my hand. Yep. And let's see. It's got this plastic shield on it that has an indentation here. I don't think that was... It moves up and down on this the stem here. I guess it'll direct more of the light where you want it, or... Yeah. Okay. All right. Not bad. As you can see from here, I'll show you a little bit closer. It does light up the area. And again, I'm doing this left-handed. There you go. It does light up the area where you're going to place your diamond. It gives you just that little bit of help. And I like the ergonomic feature of it. I'm going to turn the light off and see how to change the light. Aha, okay, so you pull the rubber down and it has a screw here, a Phillips screw. So you need the special screwdriver to get into it. So I don't at the moment have one with me. I'm not sure what type of batteries it is, but it looks like they're replaceable. And it just has a diamond on the end because it's diamond dots and it's part of their branding of their item. So I like that. I do like it. It does not light up with the rest of it. It just lights up on the tip, which is where you need it. Cool. Very nice pen. Very nice pen. Another 2 diamond dots. These are for ergonomic pens. Now we're moving on to a little bit different type of pen. There are several different pens you can use to ease your hand pain for diamond painting for a long time. So these are from Diamond Dots. It says ergo style, comfortable and accurate to use. Add some sparkle to your world. Okay. I tried Diamond Dot Ergo Stylus and loved how easy and comfortable it was to use. Just great for those long dotting sessions. Okay, so let's open it up. There are 2 in a pack. You can get these from wherever Diamond Dots are sold, including online. I think I got mine at Michael's online. Let's see. All right. Now I gotta wax them up. It has their diamond shape on the end. It looks like that's their logo for their stylus pens. It is not as thick as the one that you put the battery in. So if you don't like really thick pens, but you're looking for some kind of ergonomic style, these are 2 exactly the same thing. And they have what looks like a pencil grip on the shaft. It's bigger than, to compare it to a regular pen, it is bigger than thicker than a regular pen, but it's not as thick as their lighted pen. So, shake, shake, shake. Now the proof will be in the pudding as to how long I can diamond paint with it. So this is not that kind of a session. So I will add some information at the bottom of the screen here as to how long I diamond painted with it before my wrist hurt. I will add some kind of information as to how it performed in the long run. Let me see. It does feel comfortable. It does feel better than a smooth, cheapy pen. It does, the grip is keeping it nice and solid in my hand here. Okay. Nice and solid in my hand. There we go. yeah, I'm comfortable with it. Very comfortable with it. Very comfortable with it. Another little diamond painting thing I like to use is an ergonomic style pen. Now, this is from Diamond Painting with Donnie, and it's a cute little thing. It has a little finger rest. Now, it kind of looks worse for wear at the moment because I do use it a lot. What you do is you put your finger through this wishbone area and hold it there. It's a right or left-handed. She has a whole bunch of different colors, and basically you do it like any other diamond painting pen. You fill it up with whatever with whatever you normally use, and it's I've used it so much in the past 2 years and that's why it looks a bit worse for wear. So I highly recommend this. I know I can diamond paint for a while. If you like the single place especially, you will like these. Now, one thing that with all of these ergonomic pens that only have a single placer on the end, this one you cannot change out the tip. You can order them with an everlasting tip in it. I just emailed back and forth with Donnie, and she informed me that you can order them with the everlasting tip in them, but you cannot trade out this tip. The problem I have with that is that I've used this so much that the brass tip is splitting, so I'd have to order another one. I really am not in love with everlasting tips because they can get fat, and that does bother me. Maybe for single placing it's not as important as if it were a multi-placer. This one, at least you can exchange the tips on, but I think the other ones, the ones from Diamond Dots, let me double check that one. I do believe you can change the tips on that one. And I am mistaken in that. You can't, the ergonomic tips on here, you cannot change out the diamond painting, the Diamond Dots ones. So that's a disadvantage for me. That's a disadvantage of 2 of these. I like these, however, more than this. The thing is that what I like to do with them is change them out when I am in the midst of, having pain in my hand. The ergonomic ones are wonderful. It's even better when you use one for a while and change them out for another one. You can use the palm-driven one. You can use the one that feels like a normal pen, especially if you have attachments like the little magnifying glass on it. You can't put that on the other one, either of these two, but this one is the lightest weight. It's the easiest to use. You don't have to change your hand position at all when you're using it. I use it a lot, but again, you cannot change the tip on it, and I'm not really a fan of the everlasting one. So to change this out as often as I change a tip, that's a little difficult for me financially. Okay, another ergonomic pen to help with your hand holding. You can hold it in multiple ways to keep it comfortable for you. I think I got a little bit of wax in between those. Yep. So that's cool. All right. I like that. All right. So, like I said, I'll test this out for you in a longer term and let you know after a full night of diamond painting with it. I'll tell you how long it takes before my hand starts to ache, if it does. But I like this. That I think Jade makes these herself. They're extra drills. This is one great way to use extra drills. Make them into a resin turned pen. Great way. It's nice and smooth. So this one was for Jaded Gem Shop. So you have to decide which you like better, which you want to use more often, and I like switching back and forth. I mean, your hand feels better when you're switching things back and forth. So it's up to you what you feel more comfortable using, and you know, and again, not to belabor the point, but switching in and out between them is really the best way that I find to use any of them, any of the tools, to be realistic. Okay, now let's try something different. As opposed to puttying. All right, this is not an ergonomic one, but I want to show you something else. Let me get more goodies in here. I'm actually going to put this in a bigger tray because I want to experiment a little bit here. I have enough to experiment with. First, I want to show you this type of pen. This type of pen might not be easy to use on your hand because it is a little heavy. I've seen some companies use these. These have the wax in them. If you are tired of dipping into your wax all the time to re-wax your pen, this is a pen of wax inside. Okay? And you twist it down to the end. All right? So let's see. It's a perpetual wax pen. Now I would love these for, I use wax pens all the time for special drills. For the crystals, for the Aurora Borealis drills. This is perfect for that, come to think of it. Some of the waxes really bend and melt underneath it and you can't get them to work right, but this would be perfect. On a regular wax pencil that I use just a regular grippy, and I put it on the pencil and it works the same. But this is a contraption that it's like a perpetual wax pen and it keeps pushing it down to the end. I don't know if it's refillable or not. I'll have to look into that. It doesn't appear to be. There's no way to twist it. There's no way to twist it. So when I get to the end of the pen, I'll let you know. It's not as balanced as some of the other pens are. It's a little heavy toward the front. But it appears to be working well. Slides around a bit. I wouldn't push too. If you are a heavy placer, you're going to wear it out quickly. All right, they're going to scoot out from underneath you. You may not appreciate that because it is more slippery. It's as slippery as a wax pen, okay? Let's put it that way. If you're a light placer, this is absolutely perfect. All right? I don't mind being a light placer and nudging them into place when they don't sit properly. So that's one thing that you might have a problem with. Can you see that? Probably not. Jeez, a pizza. Let me come in further and I'll do it with my left hand and show you a little bit closer as to how I place them. Now this is with my left hand, so please forgive me. But I want to make sure that you see me placing some drills here. I do scoot them into place. I am a light placer. Okay. If you are a heavy placer, I would not recommend them. But they're perfect. It's perfect for the specialty drills. Absolutely. Yeah, only because if you place them heavy, they're going to squirt out from underneath you, because they're slippery buggers. Okay? Got an idea? Got the idea for that? I'm going to pull you back. I like it. So, you know, different strokes for different folks. Can I roll it back up inside? Yes. It rolls back up inside of it here too to take care of the tip. Nice. You don't really necessarily need this extra plastic box. All right. Another pen to try. All right, now in keeping with the... All right. I have 2 more pen contraptions to try. Now, one of the problems is getting as many lined up as you can. Now, I'm not really great at that. All right. For multi-placing. Have you seen this contraption? All right, it's got a straightener. It's got an everlasting tips. It's got the single placer, the bent single placer. It's got the 3 placer. I prefer a 4, but I don't know, maybe I could trade that in and out if I wanted to. This is a 6 placer, and that is a 9 placer, and it's got the straightener on the end. And like I said, you can interchange these tips however way you want them. I'm going to bring you out a bit because who knows. Let's see. I am going to attempt to wax up most of these tips. Now, I used it for a little bit before. First of all, the problem I have with everlasting tips, and you can put plastic ones in if you want, but the problem I have with everlasting tips is that they're wide. That they're thick. And they don't always... They're not as accurate as I like to have them. So I'm going to smudge up these multi-placers here. Okay. All right, and this one, I never use this length, but we'll try it just for this demo, okay? Just for this demo. Push the wax in as far as I can get it, and even it out. Okay, again, if they're too loose, you're gonna have to put some washi tape in there so they don't keep wiggling around on you. But I imagine that it will take some time to get used to. Yeah. So I'm gonna try it this way first. They're stuck in there. They're in there for good. So, all right, this is the single placer. It looks like it's comfortable to hold in your hand if it's like this way. Like with everything pointing away from you. And where am I? All right. That's the single placer. What's the benefit of this? The benefit of this is if you want to twist on the fly from a one shaper to, let's see, the 3 placer. And it looks like I don't go right on the tip of this. I prefer to put it one away from it. That could be tricky. All right, there's the 3 placer. And, all right, you can see well enough with it. All right. It looks like that works. All right. what about the bent tip? You know, it's really going to be like, you have to get this comfortable in your hand, directed in the right ways. Like, you have to work with it a bit. Just, oh, well, no, I don't like that bent tip at all. It's not comfortable. Because it's going to move around. It's too loose. I would need to really stick some things in there. These two are all right. Let me try the 5, or what is it, the 6 placer. 6 placer? All right. Jeez. Getting it in the tray and getting them on there is difficult. I'm not getting even pressure. I don't think. And then getting them on there. It'll take some work to get used to. Jeez. Wow. That's difficult, guys. Huh. That's not easy. All right, now let's see this one. This is what, the 9 placer? I don't even know if I can get 9 at a time on here. It certainly wouldn't be fast to use. What do you think? It wouldn't be fast to use. I'm going to try to bring you in, but I'm not sure how much you're going to be able to see. If you go back and forth between a single placer and a multi-placer, this might be fun to try out as a gimmick, but I am just not sure. I'm trying this with my left hand, so please forgive me. Oh, jeez. I'm not sure how comfortable or convenient they will be, especially if you have to, like, fix them. What do you think? What do you think? I don't know. Have you used these? Do you like them? I love the fact that there's a straightener on it. And I like the fact that I can use the straightener easily when you have it angled right for your wrist. But you can use the straightener in between the rows very nicely, and then you can just flip it around. Can't do it one-handed though. Flip it around to get it in there. Yeah, not one-handed. Ay, 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 ay. You really wanted this extra? You really wanted to know. How to do this, huh? Okay. I'm not sure. That gave it a really good test. It's definitely different. Definitely different. It'll take some getting used to. You can't grip it like a pen. You can't take out, like if you had 3 or 4 ends that you like I wouldn't be into this one, the bent one. I like this. I would not be into the 9. So I can't just take out the whole stem of the 2 or 3 that I don't want, because there's 6 on here. But I could take out the little placer and get it comfortable in my hand, but then I'd have an end sticking out instead. Like, I would take these 2 out. I might move this here, and maybe I could go maybe I could flip between those. It just it would not be a fast process at all. And you'd really have to get them settled in so that they're in the right angle for you as you're working. Interesting. What do you think? What do you think of this ingenious thing? I thought it was going to solve all my problems until I started using it. All right, speaking of the last placer I want to show you, I'm going to have to put on the end of this. Now these are the wheels. I've never used these. And these I think I got from one of the Chinese places. This one is a smooth wheel. There's no indentation into it. So let's see, I'll just put two of these back. They're all the same size, they're just different colors. They give you double-sided tape. And I think I need to take, instead of taking that out, I'll just put it on the other end of the pen. I don't have any washi tape with me. So that ought to be interesting. All right, I'm rolling it to see how it rolls. And again, you need to get your drills lined up very nice and neatly. Come on, you. You need to get a really long row going. I'm not that adept at getting them all straightened out into a line, are you? Oop, see, they buckle. They buckle for me. How easily do you get your drills lined up in long rows like this? All right, so this is double-sided tape. And what the instructions showed for you to do is first find the end. Okay. Lay it down. Take the wheel and roll it onto the tape. Roll it onto the tape so that the tape starts coming up the side of the wheel. Okay, and I'm going to do this in my hand for now so that you can see me doing it easily, but you can roll it onto the wheel. Okay, and I'm going to rip it when it gets to this end. It says here in small print. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, I'm not going to rip it. Clip it. Okay. I'm going to put the tape away. And I'm going to press it down so that it's firmly affixed to the wheel before I start taking the extra paper off. Okay. Now the wheel is glued up. What you are to do then is take a row, and it would help if it's nice and solid in your pen. Okay, take a row. Oops, no. Tried to get 2 rows at the same time. Come on. All right, let's try this again. Take a nice steady grip and roll it on. Okay. I'm going to try to roll on as many as I can. which may mean shuffling them around a bit. What do you think? All right. This is not as easy as it looks. All right. All right. So it looks like pretty much the whole wheel is covered. Ooh. I'm just adjusting the last couple here. All right. They don't really look at that. They don't really look like they got on there solid. They're wavy. They're wavy, crooked, wavy. The idea is when you put a whole lot of them on, you want it to be straight. That could be me getting them on there wavy. Or it could just be part of the nature of the beast until you get used to it. I mean, I'm willing to give these new things a chance. Benefit of the doubt. But, all right. There's an area here that I need a straight shot. I'm going to try it. I'm going to put the first couple down. And I'm going to roll it right down that line. Oh. Oh. Okay then. Not terrible. Here's another line. Not terrible, guys. If you can see it, not terrible. Wow. Okay then. And I got 3 sitting here. Hey, if you can get these lined up right, I'm going to try it with my left hand too, just to see if, and to see how many times it can. You gotta keep the wheel nice and steady and centered in the middle of all this stuff. Okay. Let's see. Get some more on. And you know what? They don't have to be exactly next to each other. As you get used to it, you can just pick up 2 or 3 here and there. Not terrible. You just got to make sure they're straight. Here they go. All right. I'm going to straighten them out a little bit on the tape. All right. Straighten them out on the tape. Okay, not terrible. A little bit. All right, I'm going to bring you in. And I'm going to try to show you close up here. Where can I do it? Here's a row. Here's a long row right here. I'm going to go that way. Okay. I'm going to start. There's a little gap here, so I'm going to start with that one here. It's not fast. And I'm going to roll it. Oops, it slid off. Slid off the track. Where did it slide off the track? Yeah, because they were not on solid. Try that again from where I was. There. Huh. If I had a really long row, if I had a really long row to do, I think I would try this. The trickiest part is getting them on the wheel straight. Because if you can get it on the wheel straight, you're going to get them on the thing straight. Nice. There's one or two that didn't want to pop in. And you take a straightener and straighten them out a little bit afterward. That actually worked. I'm surprised. Have you ever used one of these wheels? What do you think about them? Put them in the comments below, because I'm curious as to how they work out for others. And the double-sided tape works wonders on it. Not bad at all. And then on the other end, you just grab one and fill in the hole. If you have it waxed up. Well, hey, I make the mistakes so you don't have to, right? And then you just fill in the hole or two left. If you need to. And that, I think you just have to get used to. Cool. I'm surprised. I am really surprised. I'm stuck. I am really surprised. What do you think? What do you think? Would you try that? If you could keep these straight enough in the tray, and you had a long enough run, I would use this again. All right, the only thing is too, this is going to remain sticky for a while, so I would imagine, can you put the strip back on top of it? I do not know. Where's the strip here? Can you put the protective strip back over top of it for a while? Probably not. That's not coming out too easily. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. You can protect it. You can protect your wheel. Within reason, it will stay on. So there you go. Within reason, that protective strip will stay on your wheel. My suggestions right away would be to make sure it's nice and tight into your gizmo here, into your pen, maybe with a little washi tape on the end, to make sure that your drills are well lined up in the tray, and you have a nice steady hand moving it forward, a nice steady hand putting it on there, enough pressure. If you get used to that, I think you can go long distances with these things. I'll use it. Why not? Why not? I think I got these from Diamond Painting Factory a while ago. So I'm going to put this back in here so that it stays protected. And I can use it again. Not bad. But anyway, I will have a link to the pens, as many as I can find, still have the links for. I will be glad to put them in the description box below. Okay? Okay, and stay tuned for the next item.